Yeah, I guess you could make the case that I should have explained that to her, but I wasn't in the mood to explain that to my... if it's two people kissing or whatever in a movie, you can go, well, honey, they love each other very much.
Did she ask?
She did not, because it was, that scene is very quick, and I kind of zipped past it. But, yeah, I didn't think that it has its limits. I don't think that's a weird thing to shield your kid from. There's people that are shielding their kids. There are things, I'm talking about people who are shielding their kids from every possible thing there is. History,
Gay stuff.
Whatever, right. I mean, I'm not going to explain to a kindergartner, what's that ghost doing to that guy's crotch?
Mouth hugs.
But, Ghostbusters is, I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it was entertaining. It wasn't as entertaining as I remembered it being. So
Weren't
maybe...
you a kid when you saw it?
Huh?
Weren't you a kid when it came out?
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
No. I mean, I've seen it as an adult.
Oh.
But not for a while. But I was like, yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Something to put on?
Sigourney Weaver, super hot in that.
Is that the one where she's naked? No, that's Big Lebowski. And that's not her.
She's not in the Big Lebowski. Julianne Moore is in
naked.
Julianne
What's
Moore.
when she's naked? Oh, it's the Big Lebowski, but it's not her.
But we rented it. I had to rent it on Amazon Prime, and they cut a scene out.
Which scene?
Not even a scene, just a couple lines of dialogue. I go, I thought there was more. And Gwen goes, yeah, there was more to it. When they first hire Ernie Hudson, when Winston Zeddemore comes in and interviews for the job, they go, great, you're hired. But I thought there was some preamble where they ask him if he believes in a whole bunch of paranormal things. And he goes, if it's a steady paycheck, I'll believe anything.
Yeah, they cut that out?
It's not in there.
That's weird.
Yep, very strange. Yep.
Because that's the whole joke there.
Right.
That's the bit. What the hell?
If I got a paycheck out of it, I'll believe any damn thing
Maybe
or whatever. It was just a
that.
scene where Annie Potts goes, this is Winston Zeddemore. He's here about the job, and they're so busy. He goes, congrats, you're hired. Take this for me downstairs, and they hand him a steaming ghost trap.
Interesting.
I was like, that's odd, because it's not like sometimes television shows they need to cut for time, like Seinfeld reruns.
Yeah.
There'll be scenes cut out of them, so they can sell more advertising on TBS.
I own it, so I'm going to check it when I get home to see if it's in the version I own, which I believe it is. I don't see why they would cut that out.
All right. That would be very strange. Mm-hmm. The Cavaliers will play tonight at 7 o'clock downtown at the Romo Fijo. Maybe you've heard of it. They're playing the Nets of Brooklyn. 7 o'clock, so 6:30 after we get out of here is when the pregame will begin. I texted my son. He goes to Michigan State University. I go, were there any players on the field for Michigan State in that football game? They got destroyed by Ohio State.
It's 49-0 at the half.
It was like 56-7 was the final, I think. He didn't go to the game. I was like, holy Christ.
It was in Columbus.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even pay attention to that. And
that hurts.
I guess MSU just signed their coach to some 10-year deal. Everybody was making fun of him. No, he's worth it. So,
he's like the highest paid.
Yeah.
Like top 10 paid football coaches in all of football.
Yeah.
He got a huge deal.
Yeah, he did. But not a good showing if you're a Spartan fan. But because I keep an eye on it because that's where my money's going. So I like to know how Michigan State sports is doing.
Well, they also just had a huge win against Michigan a few weeks earlier.
They did on Halloween.
Yeah, where they won
Halloween Eve.
It was, they were both undefeated. And they won. And so everybody's like, oh, Michigan State, they could be the ones that take down Ohio State. And
nope.
No, they didn't.
They very much did not. Yeah, it was right after a couple of big wins they had that they re-signed that coach, and people were like, this guy, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And then they get just mowed down by Ohio State. So anyway, if you're the Buckeyes, is that what Ohio State is?
Yes.
I guess if you're
I think they have a big game this weekend. I can't remember.
What's this weekend?
Ohio State, Michigan.
Is it?
Isn't, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the weekend of after Thanksgiving all rivalries?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
it's rivalry weekend.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's rivalry weekend. Oh, by the way, we will also have Terry the Goat's Week 12 picks tomorrow because we're only here today and tomorrow. So, and Terry had a very good week. Week 11, she went 8-3. She hadn't done that since week 5.
And things get going on Thursday with, I think there's 3 or 4 games on Thursday.
Bears, Lions, or Packers, or what's Thursday?
Bears, Lions. That's one. That's all I know. Cowboys play, right?
Yeah, Cowboys usually play.
Rivalry weekend.
I think the Steelers play.
There you go. Be some Thanksgiving football. You got Poundcake. You guys all going to your mom's house for Thanksgiving?
Well,
you just moved out, and now you're going to be back there?
We're trying to coordinate schedules because everyone has something to do. So I think we're either going to have Thanksgiving on Black Friday or we might be like a week or two later.
Then it would really be a Brown Friday, am I right? I said, am I right?
You are right.
Get it? Because
yes.
their last name's Brown. Did you guys understand that?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you get it.
I do get it.
There's Bears, Lions, Raiders, Cowboys, and then the classic rivalry, Bills, Saints.
I drove past a guy in a pickup truck today with a Bills Mafia sticker, and I was like, I love Bills Mafia. I like how people wipe their ass with Mafia, you know? This proud organization, this thing of ours, La Cosa Nostra, you know, that came over, whatever you think of it, you know? And everything people want to, like, make sound badass, they just attack Mafia onto it. Bills Mafia. Really? Because you guys don't seem that organized to me. Seems like a lot of drunks.
Someone's got to bring the tables.
Yeah.
So that takes some organization.
Sure.
Can't just jump through tables if you don't bring the tables.
Nah.
I think you're underestimating the Bills Mafia, which you don't want to do that.
Don't you dare.
Alan, I saw today, coincidentally, that during the car BJ scene in Ghostbusters, the song lyric is "Bustin' makes me feel good." I love Gwen starts laughing. She didn't remember that, and I was like, "Oh God, I love Bustin' makes me feel good." Mm-hmm. Bustin' makes me feel good. Right? You ain't gonna tell him how to live either. You ain't gonna tell any of them ghosts how to live.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Tell him, monster truck.
I wonder if ghosts have to have their own laws, like Ghost Policy 101.
Yeah,
like,
it's in Beetlejuice. Handbook for the dead. Handbook for the recently deceased. I apologize.
Who's the president of like the under? Oh, I guess that would be the devil.
Come on, man, get it together.
Satan. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Answer my question.
Is Satan in charge of ghosts though? He's in charge of demons.
Well, there's got to be someone in charge of purgatory then.
Who's in charge of ghosts?
Purgatory.
These are all great questions, guys.
Jesus. Purgatory.
Cody and I are just now
I thought
starting
the
to
church
question
because it's all made up. I thought the church got rid of purgatory some years ago.
I thought that was like a Catholic thing.
Or limbo. It is. But they just make
Limbo's
stuff
where
up.
dead babies go or something?
Limbo.
If they weren't baptized.
Yeah.
They're little heathen babies.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because it was their fault, you know.
Yeah, little pieces of crap.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where they got to go.
Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of ghosts.
There's
Gotta be a ghost master, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do they elect him? Is he just ordained? Like, because how long is his
who's
term?
the oldest ghost? Who died first? Adam?
Adam.
From the Bible, not
No,
just a
'cause-
guy named
But why would he
Adam.
waste his time? He
I
went
think
to heaven.
Cain,
No,
Abel was probably the
I
first
know what
one
you
to
mean
die.
by Adam, but I mean, that guy's made up too, so...
Right, but
Okay, but you got to suspend your disbelief at least
Let's
enough
see,
to have
who is
this
the first
conversation.
real living person who died?
George
going-
Washington?
we're going with Cain and Abel because Cain
Killed
kills
Abel.
Abel, and I think Adam and Eve were still kicking around
So
at that
Abel
point.
is the chief of ghosts.
If that's how you want to look at it.
Chief of
But
Ghosts.
no, he's not a ghost. He gets into heaven.
No, who do you think is the first actual person in the Bible?
Jesus. God.
Well, there had to be somebody before him.
God
Huh?
is first. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He's the first one mentioned.
Who do you think is the first real person to have taken earthly form, died? I mean, there were people in recorded history before Jesus.
No, Jesus came after God. God was first. God made it all. Alan, it's the first line of the book. Genesis 1:1.
Okay.
I'm not talking Phil Collins over here.
All right.
I wish we were.
Listen, if you can't answer who the chief of ghosts is, then I'm going to take my business elsewhere. is all I'm
Chief
saying.
of Ghosts. Well, going out to Charlie, who's live in somewhere. I don't know where. All right. Well, Phil Collins for you.
I I almost got a palm reading in Philly because there was a bunch of those places. I'd never been to Philly before, and it felt very New York. Yeah,
it is.
It felt like a big city, but I guess I didn't think it was that big of a city.
Philly is a
city.
massive city.
Yeah, it's 4 million people maybe.
But they had like tarot cards and psychics and stuff right on the main strip that I was staying on, and I walked past like 3 of them, and I'm like, man, I got a free afternoon. I could just duck my head in and have my tea leaves read. I didn't do it.
I would like to open one of those places and then just always do the same bit where you spit in someone's palm and they go, oh, you're going to be rich. Look, here's your mansion and here's your tennis court and there's your pool.
Do it.
And just do it every single time.
They'll probably want their money back. You might get hit in the face, but no refunds?
That's the whole bit.
Oh, God.
And you didn't get a palm reading?
No, I felt like I didn't want it to mess up my day. Because if she told me something bad, it would be upsetting.
Do they tell you things bad?
I don't know.
Depends on how much you pay them.
Well, I remember when we were
Whatever
in Jamaica,
the rate is.
that girl was like, Michaela, like she got her, I don't know if she was getting her palm read or her fortune told, and the guy was like, oh, you're going to have back problems, like you're going to...
Yeah, but that's from the dude she was dating.
You're going to have your spine realigned.
That was before her breast reduction surgery. Yeah. And did she have back problems?
He said in the future. I don't know. The future could be tomorrow. It could be 10 years from
now.
now.
What a specific look at. You're going to have back problems.
When you're older.
When you're older.
Or sooner.
Oh, you mean like everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your knees are going to hurt.
Yeah. No, I didn't do it.
So anything she told you, you would have believed, and if it had been bad, it would have ruined your day.
Right. If she would have told me something bad, it would have ruined my day. Or I would have gotten obsessed with it. Or tried to change my actions.
So no matter what she told you, you would have believed her.
Probably. Unless it was like way off.
What's your criterion for a psychic?
None. I don't have any.
You don't have any?
I've never been to one.
Any person that you pay and they tell you they can see your future, you believe them.
If you have a shop on the street that says that's what you do.
Shop on the street.
What, you're just going to go trust a guy to make a sandwich for you? Anybody can shop on the street?
But anybody can put up a sign that says psychic, palm reader, you know.
That's why I didn't go in.
Huh?
I didn't go in because I was nervous. Could have been a phony. Could have been something I didn't want to hear.
Do you hear that, Alan?
It could have been a phony.
Could have been the real deal.
Well,
you never know.
How would you seek out the real deal?
I don't know. I don't know how to find a
Sounds like there's more questions than answers.
No.
That seems unlikely.
I mean, for you to take it so seriously, I think you'd want some more hard, fast rules about how you go about seeking paranormal help.
It's not paranormal.
Yes, it is literally paranormal.
Yeah, it's paranormal because there's no way to rationally explain it.
It's pretty normal.
Supernatural.
I mean, there's no way to rationally explain Poundcake either, but he's not paranormal. These are shades of difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What if she had told you amazing things and you could have benefited from that information?
What information?
Well, you assume that she would have told you something awful.
Yes.
And so she'd give you a little bit of both. Wouldn't the good stuff have balanced out the bad? Why would you have been so hyper-focused on the bad?
Because that's how human nature works.
That's not necessarily how human nature works.
I'm a very positive person, but
not if you're glass half empty.
I'm not glass half empty, but if she told me, hey, something bad's going to happen, but isn't specific enough, I'm going to be like, I can't get on this plane.
But that's just life. Why would you let the negative outweigh the positive?
Because going into life, you don't know what's going to happen, positive or negative.
So then why do it at all?
That's why I've never gone to a psychic before, is because I don't really want to know.
Oh, you've never gone to one before?
No, I've never done it.
So
I thought like
I had a free afternoon, and I was like, huh.
Oh, so this would have been your first time talking.
It would have just been like a first-time tarot reading or whatever the hell they did.
I get it.
I understand how you feel because in Jamaica I was the same way. I didn't want to get read because I was afraid he would tell me something bad.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Right, but then why wouldn't you let the good stuff outweigh the bad?
What if they don't tell you any good stuff?
They're going to. You're giving the money. It's all made up. You're giving the money, so they want to give you a ride for your money.
Or what if they're just the real deal and they look and they're like, bro, you're going to die in a car crash tomorrow.
If they're the real deal, they would be a billionaire and not sitting behind a card table in the lobby of a Jamaican hotel.
There's always skeptics like you.
Real.
That's why.
Skeptics, if you're the real deal, skeptics are easily destroyed. You go, watch this.
But they do that, and
no,
people are still like,
don't.
oh, you must have did a background research on me, you're stalking me. Like, if someone came up to you,
picking somebody out of an audience and rattling off a couple of things is not unequivocal proof.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if someone approached you, you were just shopping in a grocery store, and they came up to you and just.
Oh, he doesn't like talking to people in grocery stores. We've been over that.
I don't like talking to people anywhere.
It's not like he was talking to her. Someone just came up to you and said, hey, they didn't say your name, whatever. They're like, hey, I just have a feeling about you. Be careful about this day, next week. You or one of your family members is going to get into a really bad car accident, and I just want you to be cautious. And if that happened, you would be like, she just had a hunch. She had a
But
coincidence.
then what's the point of giving the warning?
To
If
let him
there's-
know.
If there's no way to stop it.
But that's not the point. You're saying,
leave
how
your
could
house
you
that
figure it
day.
out?
No, she's saying.
Don't leave your house that day. If she
Right.
says you're going to get in an accident on Tuesday, don't
But
leave.
it's a fortune
But
teller.
then
It's
you
not a
don't-
fortune solution.
You don't know if that was going to happen. So,
But that's a way to prevent it from happening.
None of this has anything to do with the fact that if somebody could unequivocally predict the future, they would be richer than anyone has ever been
Okay,
in this
but
planet.
you
Pleasure
also
skeptics
don't know that these
They
people
wouldn't be
aren't
giving.
rich.
They wouldn't be giving away. Yeah, that's why they're in the dollar store
It's not
next
the
to me.
dollar
I'm
store.
picking out a
They were next to a
spatula.
men's warehouse. Thank you.
You immediately think they're crazy.
No, I don't think anyone's crazy.
Yes, you do.
I just. Why would I think
Or
that?
you think they're fake. You think they're crazy or
He's a
they're
scam
fake.
artist.
Yeah. And I'm
They're
saying,
not. If I'm not giving them money, they're not scamming me out of anything.
They're
If somebody
scamming you.
in you, fine, but I'm only dealing with me. I don't care what they do with other people.
But I'm saying
it's up to other people.
you always find a way to rationalize it. You never
It's not
say,
rationalize. It's
Okay.
show me. If you want me to believe something, give me the proof.
but there can't be proof if you're saying this is
There can always be proof.
that dude in Jamaica took a swing at me and was so far off that he had to just basically go, well, you got family, don't you? And you love them. That's good. Just be a good person.
Yeah,
'Cause-
thanks for the $20
Yeah.
and move along
I
now.
don't- they paid for it, so that's why I
Oh.
did it. And so I was just like, yeah, tell me what you got. And he goes, you work in finance. And I go, I most certainly do not.
And he's like, he downgraded too. You got a bank account, right?
No, he goes,
You've heard of money?
you heard money.
he goes, you don't really, yeah. And I go, what do you got for me? He's like, well, you love your family. I'm like, of course I love my family. Who cares?
Like that girl that was on the show here and couldn't read me.
Yeah.
I'm right
Or
here.
man.
I
Well,
brought you
because you're
into.
not open to it.
Oh, stop! I brought you in. What? My
But if-
psychic powers are more than hers, and she can't.
Not your
my,
psychic
my,
powers.
My mind's impenetrable to her. Come on.
Yes.
She immediately pivoted to Erica because Erica was sitting there with her eyes like saucers. She couldn't wait. And this lady's like, "Ooh, I got her now."
Got one on the hook.
Yeah, you got a grandma who got called grandma.
Graham?
We call my
Graham.
grandma, call my grandma G, so no, thank you.
Said, I'm seeing roses. Like, what? At a funeral. we laid roses.
Well, she did. I think she accidentally nailed something with Erica's grandma because she whipped her name out or something.
She
I
got
don't-
close to her name or something.
No, she said her name, or it was
Phyllis
like
or
Phyllis.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, how would she? Erica was like,
Bro, I'm the same way.
Where's her twins?
right.
She's still got time. She also has cats. She didn't say. Did she say they were?
Oh, was she
specifically
supposedly
human
supposed to have twins? Was
Yeah,
that what she
that's,
said?
that's where
Boys
the
came
Bear
from.
Boys came from. Was
Oh, right.
the twins that she said she was going to have.
Right.
Oh, they were probably just talking about a boob job.
Yeah, the twins.
Where's that, Erica?
Let's see those girls on TV.
Enough with your flower crowns.
All right, I got a break. If you want to get the last word in, shoot me a text. 35192. 6:30, your Cavs pregame is set to start, and then 7 o'clock downtown.